Today we are looking at the Acebeam E10 2.0, a compact EDC with long-range visibility and dual battery compatibility. It uses a CREE XP-LR LED, pushing up to 1200 lumens and a claimed 715 meter throw. On paper, it sounds impressive, so let's test it in real scenarios and see how it performs. The usual box from Acebeam with the window showing the flashlight, some basic specs on the front and some information about the manufacturer on the back. Nothing on the sides. I will go quickly to what we get with the flashlight. USB Type-C to USB-A, lanyard attachment, 2 replacement O-rings, product certification, warranty card, the manual. You can pause the video to see the technical parameters at this point. And the flashlight. I chose the black color because it looks cool with the white lettering. There are a lot of shapes across the body. The switch has a LED indicator for the battery level. On the back there is a magnet, which is very strong by the way. Let's shake it a little. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. We get a large pin on the back, small on the other side under the driver, powered by either a regular CR123 or the lithium-ion 16340 battery that is included. On the battery you can see the USB Type-C port with an LED indicator. The switch indicator shows the current level of the battery. More information on the right corner. The Acebeam E10 is built from aerospace-grade aluminum with a matte hard-anodized finish and an IP68 rating. The machining is excellent. Thicker fins around the head, a rectangular pattern on the body, and fine lines on the tailcap. This combination results in a solid and comfortable grip. It's compact at 88mm long with a 40mm head and a total weight of 106 grams with the battery. Up front, a black stainless steel bezel protects the TIR optic. The metal switch feels premium. The rear threads are square and anodized, and there is also the fact that it uses dual springs for the battery. The user interface is one of the things I like most about this light because it's simple and effective. A long press from off activates ultra low, and holding from there cycles through low, medium and high, with these three modes being memorized. Double click goes straight to turbo and a triple click activates strobe. From off, holding the switch for 3 seconds enters lockout mode, and doing the same unlocks it and brings you back to ultra low. You can also mechanically lock it out by slightly unscrewing the tailcap. Now let's do some size comparisons with a few flashlights that I have here with me. First is the Phoenix PD25R. This one uses a 16340 battery, similar to the Acebeam E10. Here it is next to the Phoenix PD26R Ace. This one uses an 18350 battery. If you want to see the full review for this one, check my videos in my channel or the link on the top of the screen. Another comparison with the Warrior Nano from Olight, which is powered by an 18350 battery. If we compare the Acebeam E10 with other compact flashlights, the main difference we can see is the head diameter, which is a lot bigger for the E10. Here it is next to the L35 version 2, which shares the same TIR optics, and it also has lots of throw. If you want to check the whole video, click on the pop-up link here or go to my channel. Before we get into the runtime graphs, here are the measured outputs and beam intensities. Turbo starts at 1232 lumens with 151,000 candela, giving a throw of about 778 meters. The other modes, high, medium, low and ultra low, stay very close to their expected levels, with only small changes between turn on and the 30-second mark. Overall, the tables show that the light is well regulated and delivers consistent brightness and beam performance across all modes. Now that we have seen the initial output and beam intensity, let's take a look at how the light performs over time. Starting with turbo mode. When the light is turned on, it starts at 1232 lumens. After around 30 seconds, output drops slightly to 1132 lumens and then very quickly steps down to around 472 lumens. This output is very stable and it's maintained for around 32 minutes. After that, the flashlight steps down to approximately 120 lumens and keeps this output for another 34 minutes. Then we see another step down to 13 lumens, where the light continues running for a long 115 minutes. Next is high mode. High starts at around 480 lumens and stays there for about 36 minutes. It then steps down to 122 lumens, which is held for approximately 28 minutes. After that, the light drops to 13 lumens and slowly continues until it reaches about 2 lumens after roughly 120 minutes. Now let's move to medium mode, which shows the best stability. Medium starts at 124 lumens and stays almost perfectly flat for about 2 hours. After that, it steps down to 13 lumens and continues for another 2 hours before finally dropping to around 2 lumens. One important thing to mention for all three modes. After all the step downs, the flashlight continues to run at about 2 lumens for at least half an hour. This is useful because the light does not turn off suddenly when the battery is empty. Temperature performance was also very good. During all tests, the temperature never exceeded 43 degrees Celsius. This feels quite conservative, and it makes me wonder why Acebeam didn't push the flashlight a bit further. Maybe there is a limitation of the driver or electronics, or simply it's just a design choice. Overall, the Acebeam E10 2.0 shows stable output, clear step downs and very safe temperature control. The immediate specs show a cool white XP-LR around 6000K with slightly positive delta UV and low CRI. This results in a small green shift on a white wall, which is typical for high-intensity LEDs. On low, the beam has a tight hotspot with very little spill. Medium brightens the hotspot and the spill becomes a bit more visible. High increases both the hotspot intensity and the spill, but the beam still stays narrow. Outdoors, low gives just enough spill for close range. Medium adds a bit more spill, enough for short distance use. High extends the hotspot further with slightly more usable spill. Turbo delivers maximum intensity and easily reaches the 100-meter target. Let's see some outdoor footage for the Acebeam E10. I'm pointing at this abandoned structure there and it reaches that 140 meters, no problem. Let's try 420 meters at that tower over there and it reaches that, which is impressive for that size. Walking at this narrow passage, you can see that turbo provides very good spill to see right and left and really good throw to see at the end of the corner. Here is a comparison with the Phoenix PD26R Ace, which is rated at 350 meters. This was the only compact flashlight with enough throw I found to test with the E10. What you see here is the coast of Agia Marina Porto Rafti on the back in Greece, and a small island which is called Praso. This is where I point my flashlight at. The distance is 380 meters, and in total darkness, as seen here, the flashlight doesn't even struggle to reach that far. Even after the first step down, you can see the performance is not very much affected. This is a nice example of the distance that the spill covers compared to the hotspot. The hotspot, it reaches the 200-meter mark there with no problem, but the spill, I would say that it reaches around 60 or 70 meters, which is fine for this type of throwy flashlight. Overall, the Acebeam E10 is a very impressive little thrower. The regulation is solid, with nice flat outputs that keep performance consistent, and the amount of throw you get from such a compact light is genuinely impressive. On top of that, the build quality feels premium and durable, and the small size makes it easy to carry around. That said, it's not perfect. The lack of glass protecting the TIR is a bit concerning for long-term durability. There is no pocket clip, which limits the carry options, and the aggressive lettering on the tailcap kind of ruins the otherwise clean aesthetic. But if you are after a powerful compact thrower with great performance, the E10 is still a really strong option.